Paul Craig. Right.
Paul Craig.
But can we talk about this? Americans say Paul Craig. Karen Bryan says Paul Craig. Or she'll say, hey, Mike, welcome to the post-fight show. So let's talk about Paul Craig. John Anik says Paul Craig, right? Or they'll roll the tongue if they're talking about that Latino fighter. It's like, I don't have that accent. I'm not rolling my tongue. Paul Craig says Paul Craig because he's fucking talking in a Scottish accent, mate. Do you know what I mean?
But if he could say like us, he'd say Craig.
He'd say Craig. Do you know what I mean? He's Craig. But anyway, side note, tangents down, gone off there. Right. Listen, he has proved everybody wrong, including myself, what he's achieved in the UFC, the win over Jamal Hill, the wins over Shogun, right? All right, save it. We'll get into it. He can't wait. He can't wait. And I get it. He called you out. I totally get it. And he's looked kind of one-dimensional, but however, the striking's dramatically improved, and he shocked me when he went out there and did that to Shogun. I guess you could say he's a throwback fighter because he relies on his jiu-jitsu so heavily, which, by the way, I'm not surprised, managed to pull out a submission over Ankalaev at the last second, which we didn't get to talk about last week. He just had a big win, and he's like a dominant fighter in the division. And again, Saturday night, it wasn't looking good because he was getting fucking teed off on heavy shots. I was like, get the fuck up, Paul Craig. Get up. Don't do that. Abandon ship right now because Nikita Krylov is going to knock you unconscious. But there it is. The man believes in his jiu-jitsu so much.
Brian, run that back one more time.
And it was done.
Stop it at the beginning. Stop right here. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my whole life.
From Krylov?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? He's almost caught you twice already in a triangle at this point. Your hand should never leave next to his ears. Yeah. Ever.
No.
Sorry. Thanks, Brian.
No. Oh, bicep control. You're right.
Damn, he finishes it fast too. I mean, credit to him. That's a slick ass triangle. He had it right away. This is done a long time ago.
Yeah, no, because he's technical with his jiu-jitsu. So
super technical.
He wasn't disrespectful towards you, but he called you out. Of course, the floor is yours, Mr. Anthony Smith.
He has several times. He's called me out several times. Excuse me. Always very respectful about it. And in the media, because we're in the media, we don't fall for all the clickbait bullshit and all the other stuff that happens with some of the media members to get people to read their articles or at least click into them. So, one of the media members asked him in the post-fight press conference, well, you weren't super impressed with Anthony Smith's jiu-jitsu. You weren't as impressed as we were. How do you feel about this? And he goes on to say that, gives me a lot of credit, says that he wants to be in this, he wants this fight because he wants a fight that kind of gives him that fear a little bit. And which I take as a compliment, to be that guy. Then he goes on to say that something about all the top 10 guys have, they're well-rounded, blah, 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 but that I'm not as hungry as him to get the submission. But the headline doesn't say that. It says, Paul Craig
never does.
It says Paul Craig says Anthony Smith isn't hungry. So I click on it, mattered fuck. All right, here it is right here. We got it here? Brian?
Getting closer to that top 5, and I think a fight against Anthony Smith, who's actually in the top 5, could be that. If you look at the division, there's quite a lot of people that are already matched up. The top 4 people are roughly looking to fight each other. So there's an opportunity for me. I have beaten Ankalaev, I've beaten Jamal Hill, who are in the top 10. So I'm not looking to run that fight back unless the two of them have got a strap round their waist. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a new opponent, I'm looking for a new drive, and I'm looking for somebody that's going to bring out the best in me, who puts that fear in me. That fear that gets you up at 6:30 in the morning to do the hard work, rather than lying in bed and being like, it's fine. He's not in the top 15, so I'll not really work that hard.
People will be listening.
That'll do. That's, again, very respectful, Anthony.
Yeah. And then goes on to say that he feels like he's hungrier to get the submission than I am, because he'll put himself in a bad position to try to catch someone in a submission. And I totally agree. I am less hungry for damage than Paul Craig is.
Hey,
I like the guy. He's never been disrespectful to me. I have nothing but great things to say about him. I could listen to his interviews forever. He has a great mind for the sport. But I will beat Paul Craig's fucking ass. And that's totally competitive. That's not personal. I like him a lot.
He's great.
He
awesome,
seems like a
honestly.
really great guy. Everyone that I know that knows him, any mutual friend we have, has nothing but great things to say. If that's the fight the UFC wants, I'm about it. Plus, I would like to go to Glasgow. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
It'd be awesome.
I don't know if they're doing it.
Maybe when we go to England later in the year, you're fighting in England.
That would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. But I do think
get a podcast in now.
Yeah, we would. Fuck yeah, we would.
Fucking right. I love this guy, Anthony Smith. Go ahead.
I just think stylistically, I'm a nightmare matchup for Paul Craig. I think my jiu-jitsu's better. I would love to, go out, touch gloves, and we just both sit on our butts and just go at it. You know what I mean? We'll just have a jiu-jitsu fight right here in the middle of the octagon. But I don't think the UFC would love that. But striking-wise, I think we both know. Paul Craig knows that that's just not where he's going to be successful. Wrestling, I don't know. I'm not. Sometimes I show up as a wrestler, and sometimes I don't. So who knows? But I think jiu-jitsu would be a fun fight. He just catches people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
He's opportunistic, and I'm more of a position over submission type of guy. Like I kind of set things up and force people to make decisions, and then capitalize on that decision. He sees something. Goddamn, he locks shit up fast, so fast.
He is. He's been a guest on this a few times. Mm-hmm. Great guy. I always love talking to him, and he is a class act. He's a class act. He's a gentleman. He's a hard worker. He's got balls. I would love to see that fight. If you accept, do you accept? Is that an official? Of course, whether or not the UFC want to make that fight.
100%, 100%, 100%. I think I'm ranked higher than he is, but I think he deserves it. He's got a win over Ankalaev. He's got a win over Jamal Hill. He's been around a while. I like his style. And honestly, as stupid as it sounds, it means something to me that I like him. Like that he's a good guy. He's fairly respectful. He's had his beefs a little bit with Jamal Hill. They kind of jog back and forth. He's intense. But seemingly he's a family guy. He loves his kids. I feel like I could drink beer with him, win or lose afterwards.
Yeah.
That means something to me, at least at this point in my career. Like if I'm going to be giving out opportunities to lower ranked guys, Paul Craig's the guy.
Hey, beautifully said. Beautifully said. And I'm sure he would respect that as well. And if I'm the UFC, I made that fight. However, my name is not Dana White, Mick Maynard, or Sean Shelby. They're like, Bisping, shut the fuck up. Just go and try and host the Waynes, voice, non-talking motherfucker, son of a bitch. What's that line of New Jack? You remember the movie New Jack City? Just drive the car, you non-talking son of a bitch. Remember that line at the start? I don't know why I thought of that. All right.
Oh, anyways, we got to talk about this part though.
We got to. No. Are we going to get Paul Craig on the show?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to? Do you want to talk to him on the show?
Fuck yeah, that'd be fun.
Next week, then we'll try and line it up.
That'd be great. Next week. If we can get a contract signed in the meantime, that'd be fun. But
this would certainly help.
What's going to happen with the UK fans, though? That's the problem. Because now, I feel like I'm an honorary
Brit.
Yeah, I think I need to have my honorary passport. They need to give me my citizenship in the UK.
You can like McDonald's and Burger King, dude.
They're both American garbage.
Just saying.
But they're gonna like Paul Craig more than me, and then I'm gonna feel betrayed.
Yeah, but you're winning them over.